Hey, what's up guys? Team Hard Life Captain Albert Zertucci here. And today I've got a special spooling session for you. We are actually spooling an Allutecnos. But here's the thing about it. It was actually commissioned to be sold here in the States by, yeah, you see the name. So with that in mind, doing some research to find out when Shakespeare actually started selling them here in the States was quite a research project that still hasn't been found out yet. So we're posting it to the YouTube channel to see who out there's got some more information for us, because I know the owner is very interested in finding out. I mean, as we all are, when you buy some new fishing gear, you would love to see or learn where it came from, how it got here and stuff like that, especially with a reel like this. I mean, these are Italian engineered, correct?
Italian engineering.
And so they aren't mass produced. They are, each reel is designed a one reel at a time kind of deal. And so you cannot interchange parts from one reel to the next, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's stuff like that. So
Keeps the factory in business.
that is correct. Yeah, they, as he was saying,
Yes.
they don't train anybody to actually work on these reels. You have to send them back to the manufacturer themselves for them to do it. So for me to sit here and them bring it to me, for me to spool it, is a great honor.
There is maybe some research I found, which is there is one place in Miami that stocks them, and I think they're the only company in the world that are allowed to service them.
Oh wow. Well, it's up to y'all to find some research for us, if y'all can, please, and let us know, so that way we can definitely share the knowledge, because like I said, this is a beautiful reel, and today we're going to spool it up with 130, and by the looks of it, I'm thinking it's holding right around the same line as an International. And the reason being is the housing has a little bit of a bow like an Avid, but it doesn't have the same size as spool. And this is all by looks. I'm just looking at it and estimating it on myself. So here's to prove me wrong or prove me right. Let's find out. Wow, that's a big foot.
So I watch your videos a lot, obviously. Well, I found you for the simple fact that I was putting in Texas shark fishing, and obviously you came up on YouTube, and then you got all the spooling of the reels, and I just thought, oh, that's perfect.
You know what's crazy?
And then watching you doing them, it's very interesting.
Yes, sir.
How long do they actually take to fill that?
It'll be about 15-20 minutes.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because obviously you edit the video down, you've got to do, because it'd be boring.
Well, actually, I've done several videos, uncut raw footage
Uncut.
of doing 130-pound tests,
Right.
like on an Avid 80. Well,
Yeah.
Avid 80 holds a lot more than this one will.
Yeah.
But I was doing it because people were trying to say that it's impossible for me to get that much on my own line. So I said, here, watch my beard.
You know? Show you, yes.
But you couldn't post 30-minute videos on Facebook.
Yeah.
So I had to create the YouTube channel for that.
Yes,
And it was
of
just
course.
to quiet them down, but because also too, I didn't know how to maintain the videos the way I do now.
Right.
I was using a computer, and it took me a week to get it, you know, and actually it wasn't even edited, just to get it uploaded. It took my computer that long to.
Really?
Yeah, it was retarded. So in that sense, I let it be. And so for all those years that video went ballistic on YouTube, I had to kind of reinvent myself. And one of my buddies works at another place called CNS Plating.
Yeah.
Well, while he's there, another big YouTube guy is big trucks and big RVs.
Uh-huh.
He's got a ton of subscribers and stuff like that. But the thing is, he fished in Florida, has fished in Texas, but has never landed anything of decent size. So he was telling my buddy about it because he saw my buddy's fishing rods.
Yeah.
They got to talking, and he says, well, my buddy's the one who's teaching me.
Yeah.
Would you think he'll teach me? He goes, I don't know, maybe I'll need to talk. So he comes by the shop, I meet him, and he's very cool. You know, we start talking, he's like, well, I hear you're the shark guy to go to. And I said, well, I can hold my own. He goes,
Yeah.
I hear a little more than that. I was like, well, you know, what's up? How can I help you? He goes, well, he explains everything again. And I was like, well, I said, I hear you're the YouTube guy. And he looked, he goes, so you help me, I help you. I said, let's do it. So, yep, so we started doing that. And right now I'm already noticing, because we've got it all the way locked down,
Yeah.
it's still engaging your lever. That's how
Right.
tight it is right now.
Yeah.
So to go free spool, I'd have to back off your preset, which
Yeah.
is like all the other reels.
Right. You want to see this knot? That's why I keep looking at that and thinking. I keep looking at it and thinking, I'll never be able to tie not a yet.
It's actually, I redesigned it, and the reason being because once the other tackle shop started copying my knot, I wanted to make sure to separate myself from the crowd.
Yeah. This is the hollow, because this is the bit that's.
Yeah. I can insert the needle into it.
Yeah.
And then what I'll do is I'll pull my line, my tag in through, and I'll Chinese finger trap it inside.
So when you're doing that, I take it the tighter the line it gets, the more it grips.
Exactly.
Yeah. This is a bit that takes the time. It's.
Yeah, this is what
Yeah.
soaks up a little bit of my time, is me doing this. I know which string to pull. There we go. Right one. But by me pulling on it, it's the weaves, real tight. I have
Yeah.
to open it up big
Open
enough
the
so
weave
the
up.
double strand can be pulled through. And get it all in.
And there's no glue or anything involved on it or anything, is there? It's quite fascinating.
Yes.
I often wonder when you see these type of things, who
I
thought of
yeah.
it? Who thought of, putting it inside and
Right.
ingenuity?
Mm-hmm. And I really like the way I did my needles with that line.
Yeah.
Because I can, the needle got shorter, but I actually extended and made it longer.
Are they a specialised needle or?
Yes.
Yes.
Actually, one of my YouTube subscribers was telling me about some other needles that I haven't shared the knowledge on them yet because I haven't explored it myself. So when I do, though, and if it comes out to be a lot better, then more than likely I'll hear everybody that way.
Yeah.
So, and there you are.
Yeah.
So the thing about it is you just got to make sure to soak up any slack that may be in there, because that's the thing about the Spectra. It burns. Friction will burn it, and then it's like everything else, friction will break it down.
Yeah.
So now the thing with this spool I'm gonna have to watch out for is because it's tapered effect.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah, I
So I'm
noticed
gonna
that.
have to center it on the spool rather than off to the right or left side like I normally like to do all my spooling. So but you see how I'm pulling right here, it's
That's
tightening here and
so
here. It's
tight.
like a ratcheting system
Yeah.
that locks it in. Well, that's what keeps me.
So that saves where people put tape on first.
Exactly.
Or a bit of mono on first to stop it slipping.
Exactly, yes sir. And what's crazy is the company that designed this spooling system, not a single one of them does anything bigger than like a bait caster.
Ah, right, yeah.
None of them
yeah,
fish.
yeah,
So when I
yeah.
called them and I was telling them the problems I was having, they're like, at first they were all willing to work with me, but then our company owner was like, if you ain't gonna buy like 50 machines or more, then we ain't really.
Yeah, they're not interested, are they?
So, I'm on my search again. Drop down a little gear, but real quick, see how the line's right there?
Yeah.
If you pull on it, see how it just tightens up more?
Everything. Yeah.
That's the whole ratchet. It's working from the outside in. It's like a crimp. It's cinching
So
down.
it's just.
And even
Nothing
though
will move
it's nothing. Yeah, it'll just keep tightening. Only thing that's going to happen is once you get over the breaking strength, then the line will break. But it will not break from the knot this way, or not that way.
No.
It'll break somewhere up in here.
Somewhere up there, yeah.
And one of my buddies, I found that out because his line, his drag was backed off a little bit, and he started cruising down the highway off the beach, and he hears "Stoom!" He's like, "What the hell?" He stops and he gets off, and he sees his line several hundred yards behind him. You know, vehicles start flying by, and he's like, "What the?" And then he sees a spool, the knot like this, straight up the rod, out that way, and it broke like 20 feet back. So, yeah, he goes, dude, he called me, he goes, "Your knot's awesome!" I had never tested it, so that was like an ultimate for me. So I got at 5 yards right now, that's including your knot, to what I've pulled off here.
Right, yeah.
Normally I zero it out about right here. That way when I start pulling off.
So that's your accurate line count, how much goes.
This is an electronic
Yeah.
line counter, and that was like that other video. The battery went dead on me midway through,
Yes,
so I had to.
I did see
and
that
he's like,
one,
"Just
yeah.
finish." I said, "No, I need to know how much line
Got
went
to
on
know.
there for my stock check." You know what I mean?
Obviously, yeah.
So, and
Yeah, because these are big bulk spills, aren't they?
yeah, I got 7,000 yards on that reel.
7. It'd make it absolutely impossible.
What was that?
Just saying, to fill them up by hand like they used to do, it would make it, it's an impossible task because you've got to hold the thing. It's
I actually, before I got the spooling machine in, I was moving from Abbott to international, or from international to Abbott's. I finally had won a couple of tournaments where I had enough money to buy more Abbott's. And so what I did was, I initially sold my initial Abbott's because I wanted them all the same color. So that actual 50 I sold down, I had a 50 in silver, a 50 in gold, and an 80 in gold. Well, I ended up selling them off.
Yeah.
To get more 80s, all blues. So 4 1,500 yard spools of 100 pound test, 4 reels, and then spools of monofilament because we were still using Power Pro at that time, so we needed mono.
yeah.
3 hours of me cranking on it, and I filled up all 4 reels.
That's hard work. You can't do it on your own, can you? Because you need the tension.
The what?
You know the tension, you need the tension on it. So,
I feel it, and the brake is right here. If you actually look on the left side of this housing, this is the drag system right here.
yes.
And see, and actually, I sent a video to Jerry Brown, and he has an, I felt the same thing too, because he goes, your pressure's coming off the wrong way on the system. It needs to go from right here in the middle of between the line and your reel,
Yeah.
because if there's any slack on here, it can snap and it can actually break you off. And I said, no, you're exactly right. I'm totally in agreement. I said, but do you know a company that makes one? He goes, oh no, I made mine myself. I said, well, you mind making me another one and sending it to me? I was like, I want to do it right all the way across.
Yeah.
But there's not a company that actually does that.
No.
So I'm actually looking at probably creating my own device to do the same thing, but I need to know how he was able to put tension on here without building up friction, but still give it tension.
Yes,
So
yeah.
that way I can control the line, and it doesn't matter how loose the spool is, I'll still get it on here.
You
tight.
still get it on tight, yeah.
Yeah. You can hear that like snap-like effect on there too. So.
Yeah.
You see how nice and even it just lays on the spool?
That's lovely, that.
And when I started doing this, I was just in love, like at first sight. Man.
hope we never get to that, 'cause there's some cranking to do.
So you're at 1,000 yards now. Sitting at about 2,300 yards of line total, so, which is a huge difference, you know what I mean? Like I said, I don't ever estimate on reels if I haven't seen them and held them or spooled them myself, so.
Yeah.
There's 1,900. Have y'all dealt with big reels like this in braid before?
Not the big ones, no.
Okay, well then I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna cut over the 200,
Yeah.
so that way I can,
We've got
I
a
know
bit
I'll
of-
get you 100 yards on
We
it.
get a bit of room on it, yeah.
And still leave a bit of gap,
Yeah.
yes.
That's if we're, when we're bringing it in. If we don't,
Line it up
if
correct.
you don't line it up, it'll just build and hit the
But
thing.
I'll give you a quick little lesson real quick. See how this last piece of line right here?
Yeah.
How I'm over this way? If you start seeing that X pattern, even if it's off just a little bit,
Yeah.
you're gapping it too much. As you're reeling in, you see how straight it is?
Yeah.
All you do is just try to keep that same
it
straightness
straight,
and you'll be all right. Been working on that system today. Kind of set a deadline on myself to make it happen. Alright, so right here you're sitting at 2,000 yards. I can actually go a little bit more this way and back this way and level it off clean, but I think, you see the gap you got?
Yeah, there's not much there, is there?
Yeah, if I do that, then you're going to be looking at just this much gap on
Yeah, until we're a bit more proficient, I think that'll be
this. Yeah, at the
probably,
max.
yes. 2,000's good anyway. That's fabulous though.
So I have just completed the spooling of the Allutecnos 80, and we've got 2,000 yards. It's 1,900 yards of 130, and we've got 100 yards of 200-pound test on top. So in comparison to a 50 Avid and an 80 Avid, it holds more than the 50, but just quite a bit under the 80, because at the 80 we're doing 2,500 with a gap more of on this side. Here, let me get a close-up of that. So what we were deciding right now, you know, this end, if I were to go a little bit more this way and come back, I'd probably get about 50 yards more. But since this is their first time playing with the larger reels, we're going to leave that gapped out there and over here. So that way, next time they can come in and add more line. More than likely, they'll be able to do about another 150 yards easy once they've got it down packed. So we anticipate their catches. It'll be awesome.